Dr. Ben Shaw, an archaeologist and paleontologist affiliated with the University of New South Wales in Sydney, Australia, leads a team exploring Papua New Guinea's Bismarck Range. They arrived at a remote village named Waim, where they dug an initial trench and immediately unearthed a skillfully carved pestle that dates back over 4,000 years. These artifacts, over 5,000 years old, have significantly reshaped our understanding of the Neolithic period and are poised to revolutionize the view of Papua New Guinea's prehistory. Dr. Shaw's expertise centers on studying the prehistory and cultures of the Pacific Islands. In 2016, while scouting sites for research, he was contacted by the villagers of Waim who had discovered peculiar artifacts, including stone tools and intricately carved pieces depicting the human head with a bird and a fragment of a human face. Intrigued, Shaw decided to visit this mountainous village in eastern Papua New Guinea. During his first visit, he uncovered a finely shaped stone pestle while excavating a single trench just before dusk. This discovery ignited his excitement, hinting at the potential of a significant archaeological site that could challenge prevailing notions of Stone Age Papua New Guinea. Waim, situated on a steep mountainside at an elevation of around 7,000 feet, overlooks the Jimmy Valley in the province of Joka. Accessing Waim is a journey in itself. Shaw's team initially traveled by helicopter to the Semi-Valley in Papua New Guinea's highlands, a region inhabited by humans for over 20,000 years. The remote and pristine nature of this location contributes to its archaeological significance. The artifacts found in Waim not only provide insights into the ancient past, but also highlight the enduring relationships between researchers, indigenous communities, and the lands they inhabit. Through Dr. Shaw's explorations, the village of Waim has become a pivotal site in the revaluation of the prehistoric narrative of Papua New Guinea. As the conclusion of the last ice age drew near, and after a night spent in a valley village, the next phase involved a challenging trek through mountainous jungles toward Waim. However, leaving Dr. Shaw and his colleagues in Papua New Guinea's Waim village momentarily, we can delve into the intriguing narrative of the country itself. Presently, Papua New Guinea is a sovereign nation since gaining independence in 1975 from British colonial rule. Notably, it acknowledges Queen Elizabeth II as its titular head of state, despite its autonomy. Interestingly, the country occupies the eastern part of the island of New Guinea within the Oceania region. The western portion of the island, known as Papua, is a province of Indonesia. Remarkably, much of Papua New Guinea remains unexplored, with the likelihood of isolated communities yet to interact with the outside world. The arrival of humans in Papua New Guinea is believed to have occurred around 50,000 years ago, though this remains a debated topic. These prehistoric settlers likely migrated from Southeast Asia when lower sea levels facilitated island travel, concurrently marking the emergence of human presence in Australia. Agriculture independently developed in New Guinea's highlands approximately 9,000 years ago, coinciding with similar advancements worldwide, such as in the Mediterranean. Another wave of migration reached the island around 500 BC, introducing pigs, new fishing techniques, and ceramics. The 18th century brought a significant transformation to New Guinea through an unexpected source: the introduction of the sweet potato. Portuguese merchants introduced this tuber to the Maluku Islands, west of New Guinea, displacing the taro as a staple food. The sweet potato's higher yields led to increased population in the highlands and altered farming practices. Papua New Guinea had minimal European contact until the 19th century. Portuguese explorer Jorge de Menezes is noted as the first European to land on the Biak Islands north of New Guinea in 1526, technically making him the first to set foot on the territory. Spanish mariner Inigo Ortiz Doritz sailed to New Guinea's northern coast in 1545, claiming it for the Spanish crown and naming it Nueva Guinea. This name's English translation has persisted ever since. From 1884, the northern section of Papua New Guinea was claimed by the Germans, while the British took control of the southern part. Consequently, the island's eastern half, modern-day Papua New Guinea, was divided into German New Guinea and British Papua. In a complex web of colonial administrations, the island of New Guinea experienced shifting control during the colonial era. The British and Germans divided the island, with the British managing Papua New Guinea's southern portion and the Germans overseeing the northern region. The western half of the island, now Papua Province, fell under Dutch rule as Netherlands New Guinea in 1828. World War I led Australian forces to seize German New Guinea, and after World War I, Australia took control of what is now Papua New Guinea. In 1975, the nation achieved independence, establishing a parliamentary democracy while maintaining the British monarch as a symbolic head of state. Dr. Ben Shaw and his research team were captivated not by the modern nation, but by Papua New Guinea's ancient past. The prevailing belief had been that Papua New Guinea lacked a Neolithic period, which marked the rise of human societies globally around 10,000 to 1,000 years ago. Neolithic societies transitioned to settled village life, cultivated crops, and specialized in crafts. Contrary to this assumption, evidence emerged from the remote village of Waim that challenged this notion. In Waim, a trench excavation led by Shaw yielded an array of significant artifacts, including figurative carvings, stone axes, and tools. The wealth of findings in a relatively small area astonished archaeologists. Notably, a carved stone piece depicting the brow of a recognizable face, estimated to be 5,050 years old, stood out as the oldest known representation of anatomical features in the Oceania region. Radiocarbon analysis of charcoal deposits provided precise dating for the artifacts, revealing a timeline of developments spanning 4,200 to 5,050 years ago. Microfossil remnants on pestles indicated that the inhabitants ground fruit, yams, and nuts, showcasing the influence of agriculture on their behaviors. The discovery of grooved stones, stained with ochre, suggested symbolic art forms and advanced rituals. An intricately polished stone slab, initially perplexing, was explained by village elders as a tool-making method. Shaw's team concluded that Papua New Guinea indeed had its own independently developed Neolithic era. This assertion was supported by the chronology of Lapita culture artifacts, which arrived on the island around 3,000 years ago, well after the artifacts found in Waim. This newfound evidence refuted the notion that the Neolithic era was introduced externally and affirmed the presence of an indigenous Neolithic period in Papua New Guinea. The research doesn't end here. Shaw and his team plan to delve deeper into individual artifacts to better understand their societal context. This groundbreaking exploration has reshaped historical understanding and revealed the rich cultural and technological heritage of Papua New Guinea's ancient past. Subscribe and press the bell icon for regular updates.